everyone, and welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. So I did a live stream touring around the official release version of the Crystal Isles map, and unfortunately it looks like it's stuck in rendering the replay of that, so I may not be able to repost that. So I wanted to record an even better HD version of a very quick tour around the Crystal Isles map on the official release version. Now the official Crystal Isles map looks so much better than the original. It is ridiculous. It's a night and day improvement versus the mod version, which we have all been loving for so long. So I am so excited to show you all of the awesome new scenery and really cool new places that have been added to the new Crystal Isles map on the official version that released on PC today. Now I am going to be flying on the brand new Tropeognathus flyer, which is the new Ark dino that released along with the Crystal Isles map. Now this is a jet-powered pterosaur which has a grenade launcher on its back, and it is amazing. It's like flying on a fighter jet dinosaur. So this is going to be a pretty cool tour. I'm just going to be showing you guys around, telling you a little bit about the new Crystal Isles map official free DLC. If you haven't gotten this yet, you can get it now on PC, and it's completely free DLC. But if you want to play this on console, it's going to take a little bit longer, perhaps a couple weeks. Some people are saying like September. I don't know, and I hope it's not that long. But I will keep you guys posted on any updates I get on the official release date for console for the official Crystal Isles map. But for now, I hope everybody can really enjoy this tour. I'm going to be showing you around some of my favorite spots on the Crystal Isles map official version, and some of these places are drastically changed and some of them just look amazing in the final version. So if you guys enjoy this Crystal Isles map tour video, be sure to check out my guide on the 15 best base locations in the Crystal Isles map, and it's based on the mod version, but just about everything should be almost the same. And make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'll do lots more live streams, let's plays, guides, tips, tricks, and tutorials, and I'm going to be doing a lot of resource guides and base location guides on the Crystal Isles map very soon now that the official version is live. And I've also got a guide in the works on how to fly with a Tropeognathus and how to tame the new Tropeognathus flyer on the Crystal Isles map. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let's all kick back, relax, and enjoy the breathtaking scenery of the brand new official Crystal Isles map. Alright, so here we are in the Crystal Isles, and this is the ocean biome. This is like a really cool beach area. It's mostly shallow seas and swamps, but this is a really cool spot. Now there's a lot of really awesome base locations up here. My favorite is this huge mountain region, which is very safe, very cool. It's got water up here, lots of metal and all kinds of good stuff. This is probably where I'm going to start my adventure because you can actually spawn just a little bit to the east of this area if you take the southeast starting zone. And that's probably where I will recommend you spawn on your starting adventure. But we're going to take a very fast tour around a lot of these cool biomes. We're just going to show you some of the sights that you can see, and I'll be showing off some of the skills of the Tropeognathus flyer because this thing is insane. It's just an amazing aerial acrobat, and it's got a jet engine and a rocket launcher, actually a grenade launcher, so this is definitely getting up to be one of my favorite dinosaurs ever released on Ark. It is just so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoy this adventure. We're just going to take a tour around and see some of the really cool sights, and this will be a very fast tour because this thing goes crazy fast. So a lot of the beach area here is just very rolling hills, just a lot of open space, not a lot of dangerous dinos spawn out here at all, and it's mostly just a lot of really cool beach area, which I actually happen to love. It's a tropical paradise. There are tropical crystal wyverns out here, which come in like every color of the rainbow. I mean, these Tropeognathus come in just about every color too, and they're amazing looking. Oh, here's a crystal wyvern right here. So those things are actually a passive tame, but you have to be level 65 in order to start feeding them. So as soon as I walked up to one, it just said you're not high enough level to feed this. So I was like, okay, great. We're gonna start getting into some of the desert areas, and there's all kinds of like savannas, deserts, really cool places out here. And we're kind of coming around the southeast corner of the map. Now, I'm going to have a full base location guide, which will show you basically every part of this entire map. But right now, I just want to let you guys take in the beauty of the Crystal Isles map, because it is kind of insane. I just finished a live stream showing you guys all around this entire map, but it was like a 2-hour live stream, and it has not rendered into HD. I'm not sure if that'll happen tonight, so I wanted to give you guys kind of a speed tour around the entire map, because there's a lot of cool stuff. Now, in the mod version over here, by the way, it looks way better in the finished official version, but this was actually the Griffin Cavern, Griffin Trench, and believe it or not, they are still here. They're not crystal griffins anymore, but it is still loaded with griffins and full of metal. So that's pretty cool. And then right next to that is actually the Wyvern Cave, and this is a really cool desert oasis. There's some more dragons, of course, and I think these guys are a little bit more aggressive than their island counterparts down in the south. But check this out. This is just a beautiful cave, and gotta slow down my boost a little bit so I don't run into everything. But this is like a lush tropical paradise in here, and I'm not actually 100% sure if the dragons come in here or not, but you may be able to live in there without having to deal with wyverns. We'll see. I've definitely seen plenty around the outside, though. Check that out. So, this Crystal Isles map has lots of wyverns. Now, this desert area over here can actually spawn gigas, and I've seen a Titanosaurus on the other side of the map in the other flat area, so that's on the way in the west. You've got a lot of just really cool, like, sort of desert, sort of Middle Eastern feeling tropical areas out here. Like, this would be an awesome base location, and this is all completely new. This didn't even exist in the mod version, so it'd be a great place to set up a base out here, one little land bridge, and you've got all this space. Nice, easy water access. And a lot of this area is just like nice little plateaus. It's kind of desert-y, but it's not quite desert. And then a little further back, you get some kind of like a outback savanna feel. There are so many biomes we're going to be flying through. It's ridiculous. And a lot of dangerous stuff out here, but we've also got some, Doedicurus and all kinds of good stuff that spawn in these kind of areas. But now we're going to get into a place we've never seen on the Crystal Isles mod. The official Crystal Isles map has a really cool forest out here, and it's kind of like a swampy jungle, complete with huge mushrooms and everything. A lot of people have asked if there is an aberration cave in the new official Crystal Isles map, and there isn't really, but there kind of is. So inside the floating islands, there are some new crazy aberration-like caves, and then this forest actually has a little bit of an aberration feel to it. It's kind of like the aberration mushroom forest with all these mushrooms everywhere. And they were actually talking about, in the official Crystal Isles map, getting rid of these trees, but it looks like they are still here, and we've got this really unique and cool jungle biome. So I love these waterfalls, first of all. This whole area is just really awesome. And there's just all these flat plateaus everywhere in this forest. So check that out. We've got all of these trees, and it's kind of like Genesis, where a lot of these trees sort of have plateaus and little places you can build up in the forest. So check that out. You can put bases all up in the trees, and they have this long winding root system, and a lot of these have very narrow paths that lead all the way down to the ground. So it almost feels a little bit like the sanctuary in Extinction, because you've got all these paths that lead way up into the sky. So this is just going to be incredibly fun for everyone. I can't wait to see what kind of bases people build out here. By the way, I would love if you send me some screenshots of your bases. I've got a Discord. You can see that in the channel homepage. And we've got a section in the Discord where you can upload your own screenshots of your personal bases, and that would be really cool to see some of those. So when we start heading past here, we get into some of the really interesting new biomes. So as you can see out in the distance, we have the floating islands. And this swampy forest area is just huge. Like, this section of the map just goes on forever. And we're going to start getting into some really interesting changes to the Crystal Isles map. Now, this is just basically a nice little swampy bog down here, which, I'm not a fan of, but if you like this kind of structures and architecture, this could be a fun place to live. And over here we've got this autumn forest. Like, every biome in the Crystal Isles is totally unique, and I think there's like 12 to 15 different biomes, and most of these you don't see anywhere else in Ark. But check this out. None of this stuff used to be like this. We actually gained a lot of these floating islands that were never here in the Crystal Isles mod version. And a lot of these, aside from having these really long hanging vines everywhere, they actually have really cool underground caves going through them. And I'll poke around in some of these caves. We're just going to make this a really quick tour, so I won't go too deep into any of this stuff. But check this out. I mean, you're going to have so much fun exploring up here. And we've got a lot of sort of aberration-like areas underneath these islands. And most of them have caves. Most of them have, like, some very flat areas you can build in and live in. I mean, check that out. Is that cool or what? And a lot of these just go on forever. Several of them also have water sources, like over here, so you can have a totally self-sustaining base and live in here very happily without even coming out of your caves. So I'm going to head back out from under this island because this goes back for a really long way, and there's actually some other really cool places we can see outside here. So once again, I'm just kind of giving you guys the speed tour of the Crystal Isles, and there's just so much to see, it's ridiculous. But we'll just show you a couple of my favorite spots. Now, this island used to be completely barren, and oh my gosh, that's a Carcino, so that's an aberration thing, and those things are nuts. I actually didn't know those were here on the official version of the map, but I am really excited to see they are, because those giant crabs are actually really cool. They can pick up and hold things like, say, beavers or doedicurus, and they can actually dual wield them and use them for harvesting stuff. So let's see if I can actually find the entrance to this cave. It's somewhere around here, and I think it's just at the top of this rainbow here. Go figure, right? Oh, yep, here we go. So we've got some mushrooms, some orange crystals, and then there's just these little vines right up here, and I should be able to get through this waterfall. Here we go. Check this out. This is one of my favorite caves in all of Ark. Is this beautiful or what? I mean, this is probably the aberration cave people keep talking about. It is just a stunning forest underneath this crystal island, and it's also going to be one of the best base locations for an alpha tribe. I mean, is that amazing? So there's tons of resources, tons of space, and this cave actually keeps going to my right really far, and you can just keep going forever. But, once again, we're just doing a really quick tour. I'll have a full base locations guide coming up really soon, but for now, we're just going to show you just some snippets of my favorite areas. Now, this is another of my favorites. This is the ruins, and they've actually blocked off one of the entrances here. So this is no longer going to be as easy to access. You've only got one real entrance to, protect if you're living in here. So check this out. This is that awesome dragon statue. We've got an artifact in here, so I don't really know how viable this will be as far as a living place, but you've got some really cool architecture up here and some ruins up on top, so there's a lot of cool places you can hide a base, a lot of cool places you can live, and if you're playing PvE solo, this is going to be awesome. I still have to confirm whether a lot of this stuff can actually be built in, but once again, we will have some really good guides, tutorials, and Let's Plays that'll show you some of the best base locations on the Crystal Isles. And I will be updating that for the official version. I've got one based on the mod, and I've got my top 15 base locations on the Crystal Isles. Most of those will still hold up, but a lot of them will be slightly different. Some of them might have been modified, and some of them might possibly not be places you can build anymore, but a lot of them are just going to be awesome. Now, this island up here is brand new, and it's actually got lots of obsidian up here in this, sort of autumn-colored area. And we've got some beautiful islands up here, too. I'll show you those later. We're just doing a quick overview. But I do want to just do a quick flyby of this volcano over here. Now, I've got to say, Crystal Isles is probably the biggest map in Ark. I've heard a lot of people say it's about the same, if not slightly smaller than the Ragnarok map, but it is massive. And a lot of people were saying they thought the official Crystal Isles map would actually be smaller so it fits on console and all that stuff. I don't think it got smaller at all. It actually, if anything, got a lot of extra cool structures added to it, and it's just got some awesome features. So check that out. That is not an eruption. That is actually a tree growing out of the top of the volcano. And unless they've changed things, you can actually build up here, which is pretty cool. And talk about an awesome view, right? So this autumn forest is really cool. It's pretty dangerous. We've got lava falls everywhere and just, beautiful picturesque things. But heading up in this direction, there's a lot of massive tundra areas and lots of snow. So here we have the cherry blossom forest, and it's a pretty cool area here too. There's a lot of really steep cliffs and just beautiful lakes. So, let me pop over here for just 1 second because there is a really awesome little floating island up here too, right on the edge of the forest. And there are just so many stunning areas here in the floating islands. I mean, I could just have an entire guide on just the floating islands section too. But check this out. There are just some beautiful little lakes full of cherry blossoms all over the place here. And just lots of really awesome resources and really great stuff. So I am just so excited about this official version. It just looks so much better than the old one. So we're going to be heading down into the cherry blossom forest, and there's some really cool areas down there too. I mean, this is just stunning, isn't it? Like a beach with cherries on one side and this really crazy Arctic in the other. And this area is just nuts. So this whole mountainous region is electric and it's crazy. So I'm sure there's some cool caves and stuff in here at some points, but if you get even close to this zone, it actually gets dark and we run into this crazy lightning storm. Now, there are electric crystals all over the place, and there are water bubbles that just float in the air. I mean, this whole area is just nuts. And you can actually swim in some of the larger water bubbles, too. So, if you ever wanted to go swimming in midair, this is the place for you. So let's see if we can get a little closer. Now, these crystals are just crazy looking. They're just like covered in electricity. But we should be able to load into some of these little floating water bubbles. There we go. Check this out. Is this crazy or what? So actually a lot of these water bubbles, at least in the mod version, they have places where you can swim in them, and they'll have pearls and clams and all kinds of crazy stuff. Also some water dinos sometimes in them. So I still haven't really done too much exploring yet. This just came out on official, so this is our first time seeing the official Crystal Isles map. So there's definitely going to be a lot more for me to explore later. But is that crazy or what? We're just going to have some really awesome water areas above ground. So now we are right on the edge of the vast expanse of this open area, and we're right next to this huge ice mountain. And right here, we've got some huge waterfalls. And of course, this area is crazy dangerous. There's all kinds of stuff that'll just eat you out here. But check this out. This place has got loads of metal right on the outside, and this cavern is massive. Look at that. Now, this was really cool, and it was huge beforehand, but it is just an amazing place to build an Alpha Tribe base. There is so much room in here to expand. There's lots of flat areas to build on, and there's only a few small entrances in this entire cavern. So once you block those off, you are pretty much set and totally safe. So this is a really cool base location and a very cool area, and it just looks so much better now that the map is finished. Now, I think this is the last place I'll show you on this tour. Believe it or not, we've only gone over about half of this new map. I mean, it is insane how big Crystal Isles is, and it just looks so much better on official. But this little area is actually pretty cool. We're going to go through a very cool cave which goes up into the jungle plateaus. And this is actually one of the few things that I think I actually liked a little bit better on the Crystal Isles mod version than the official version that just came out. And the jungle area, actually I thought it was a little bit cooler before because it had some really cool little red flowers in all the trees and everything, which I thought was pretty awesome, but it still looks amazing. So we're going to head into this secret cave right here. And this actually has loads of crystal and metal. It's just a really awesome little cave. And once again, I'm going to make a total guide on all of the best base locations on the Crystal Isles map. And we'll be doing some resource location guides too very soon. So I'll show you where to find all the best crystal deposits, metal deposits, obsidian, oil, all of that good stuff. I've already got a lot of those spots picked out for you. But check this out. After flying through this little secret cave that is very well hidden, we are now coming out in the jungle area. And this is actually a really cool area. It's not quite as cool as it used to be because it used to have these really cool new trees that had all these red flowers all over them. But it's still pretty awesome. There's still a lot of really great plateaus up here, and oh, dragons, that's different. I actually did not realize there were dragons here in the jungle. So that's actually a new addition on the official version of Crystal Isles too. But we'll see how that turns out. I'm not 100% sure if those are going to be tame or if they're going to kick our butts. But this place has a lot of obsidian up here on this upper plateau, lots of metal, and it's a really great place for an alpha tribe to just have tons of flat space to build on. But I love a lot of these jungles, these waterfalls, and all that good stuff. So, by the way, if you guys have not seen it yet, check out my guide on the top 15 base locations on the Crystal Isles map mod version. I did that based on the mod, but most of the bases are still basically the same. They just look a lot better than they used to. So that's going to pretty much wrap up my very quick speed tour of the Crystal Isles map. There are a lot of extra biomes like swamps and open plains that I have not covered on this guide, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick fly through and a quick tour so you can appreciate how much better the Crystal Isles map looks on the official finished version, because it is just a night and day difference. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to this channel, ring that bell to enable all notifications, because we've got lots of really awesome Crystal Isles map tours coming. We'll do a Let's Play series pretty soon. I'm going to have a guide on how to tame and ride a Tropeognathus very soon too. So there's going to be lots of really awesome content you're not going to want to miss, and if you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for all notifications, it'll let you know when all of that comes out. Also, if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. That helps us out a lot, and I really can't wait to see you guys in the next video, because we are going to have so much awesome new Crystal Isles content coming your way very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video from the Ark Survival Guide. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. That helps us so much. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of awesome new Ark videos and live streams coming soon, and you won't want to miss any of them. You can do so many awesome things in Ark, but it is really hard to figure out on your own. Check out the links at the end of this video to browse our huge library of fun, clean, and helpful Ark guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and Let's Plays. If you would like to earn awesome rewards while supporting this channel, click the join button or link next to the subscribe button to learn more about our new channel memberships. You can also join our awesome Discord community at the link in the description of this video or on top of the channel homepage. And if if you want to see my wife and I play lots of other fun video games together, visit our other YouTube channel, The Console Co-op Couple, using the link in the video description or in the channel homepage. And now I want to give a shout out to some of the biggest supporters of this channel: Sabo0283, Cole Parmenter, Wolfgirl Be Like, Austin Nagel, Kelly Razak, Black Silver Ride, and Emmy Fisher. You guys are all awesome, and we so appreciate your support. Now, if you'd like to be a monthly supporter and get a shout out at the end of our videos, check out the join button next to the subscribe button for more information about that. And for everyone else, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.